Know China to do better business. Save time and money with expert insights on China trade and investment. Welcome to our channel Trade with China. Today, we are going to dive into a major shift happening in China's industrial landscape. We're talking about a huge pivot that's creating the next big wave of growth, and it goes way beyond the usual headlines.
So what have we got on the agenda? First, we're going to unpack China's next industrial wave. Then, we'll introduce you to the new 3 sectors that are driving all this change and back it up with some pretty powerful data. After that, we'll put it all into context by looking at the global tech race. And finally, the most important part, we'll wrap it all up with a practical playbook for your investment and trade strategy.
You know, for years, the story about China's industry was pretty straightforward, focused on just a few key sectors. Well, that story is changing, and it's changing fast. The ground is literally shifting as China pivots to a whole new trio of industries, positioning them as the core engines for its next phase of high-tech growth. We've all heard about the old new 3, right? Electric vehicles, lithium batteries, and solar panels have been dominating the conversation. But as those industries start to mature, a brand new 3 is bursting onto the scene. We're talking industrial robotics, artificial intelligence, and innovative drugs from the world of biotech. This is where the focus and the money is heading.
This quote right here just hits the nail on the head. This isn't just about swapping out some old products for new ones. It's a fundamental change in strategy. China is moving away from leading by scale, just dominating with massive volume, and shifting towards leading by strength. And that strength is built on deep tech, real innovation, and high-value creation.
Okay, so that's the big picture theory. But talk is one thing, right? The numbers, well, the numbers tell the real story. So let's dive into the hard data and see for ourselves just how powerful the momentum is behind these 3 sectors.
First up, robotics. Just take a guess. How many industrial robots do you think are operating in China right now? The answer is a staggering 2 million. That puts China firmly in the #1 spot globally. And get this, it's their 12th year in a row as the world's biggest market. The sheer scale is just mind-boggling. And this industrial power isn't just staying locked away in factories. It's making its way into our daily lives. I mean, literally into our backyards. Take smart lawnmower robots. They're becoming a huge hit, especially in Europe. Exports for these things shot up by almost 60% in just the first quarter of this year. That's over $1 billion.
All right, next up is AI. And the growth here is, well, explosive is the only word for it. Just 5 years ago, China had around 1,400 AI companies. Today, that number is well over 5,000. Think about that for a second. That pace means a new AI company is basically being born every 11 hours. It's an absolutely incredible rate of development.
And all those new companies are pumping out intellectual property like crazy. China now holds 60% of all AI-related patents in the entire world. Now, this isn't just some vanity metric. When you hold the patents, you get a massive say in setting the standards and writing the rules for the future of this technology for everyone. And finally, the third pillar, innovative drugs. In just the first 6 months of this year, licensing deals for Chinese-developed drugs hit $66 billion. To put that into perspective, that's already more than the grand total for the entire previous year. This signals a huge acceleration in China's biotech influence on the world stage.
So the momentum is absolutely undeniable. But as an investor, as a trader, you need the whole picture, right? It's not all a straight line up. So let's zoom out and take a balanced look at where China actually stands in this global tech race. What are its core strengths, and what are the hurdles it still needs to clear?
Let's break it down. On the strength side, the list is pretty impressive. A complete industrial system, a massive domestic market to test and scale new tech, that huge patent portfolio we just talked about, and fantastic digital infrastructure. But here's the key part for you. There are also significant hurdles. And these hurdles, they're actually opportunities. We're talking about a heavy reliance on foreign high-end chips, gaps in some core algorithms, and a super intense competition for global talent. Each one of these challenges is an open door for collaboration.
So, where exactly is all this innovation happening? Well, you've got the established leaders, of course. Shenzhen and Guangzhou are packed with robot companies. Shanghai is a massive major hub. But here's a tip. Keep a very close eye on the rising powers. A city like Wuhan is just exploding as a powerhouse in AI and biotech. They're even behind a world-first therapy for Parkinson's disease. And then there's Nanjing, which is going all in on its City of Robots plan.
These are the specific ecosystems you need to be watching.
Okay, we've seen the big trends, we've looked at the data, we've even pinpointed the key locations on the map. So now we get to the most important question. What does all of this mean for you? Let's translate these massive industrial shifts into real, tangible opportunities for your business.
Here is your 3-step playbook. Step 1, identify the gaps where you can collaborate. We're talking about prime areas like high-end chips, critical robot components, and foundational drug research. Step 2, monitor those booming regional hubs. If you're in biotech, you need to have Wuhan on your radar. If it's robotics, focus on Shenzhen. And step 3, capitalize on synergy. The most exciting opportunities are where these fields overlap, like using AI to dramatically speed up drug discovery. That's the sweet spot.
So we've covered the strategic shift, we've seen the incredible data, and we know where the hotspots are. This isn't something that's going to happen, it's happening right now and it is moving fast. So the final question is a simple one. Is your strategy ready for China's next growth engine?
This channel will bring you practical knowledge to navigate business, investment, culture, economic trends, and communication tips in trades with China. You know, your comments really encourage us and help us realize our video's value and update more useful information. So please, press like and subscribe now for actionable insights and win-win solutions. Don't miss the possibility to understand and make money in trades with China.